Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and I want to talk about some current energies and also some inner child healing that I've done for myself and many of my clients. So the energies have been still quite challenging, I feel, and a lot of strange dream activity has been happening for a lot of people, especially for people who say that they don't usually dream. They've been dreaming loads and remembering their dreams, so that's quite interesting. And there's been a lot of inner child healing required, and this is so challenging right now because I feel like it could well be one of the final releases. Because I have done a ton of inner child healing for myself and clients as well in the past, but this one feels really deep. It feels like it goes to the core, and this is something that we are meant to do on this journey, is to break free from cycles that family caretakers or caregivers have provided, and also ancestral, although that might be a bit more difficult to discover because it's a bit more abstract than direct experiences in your life. But I've seen for many of my clients that giving and receiving affection has been a challenge, and it's been something learned rather than nurtured throughout their childhoods. And it's been a very tough realization that the inner child did not receive hugs and warmth and appreciation, praise, just basic needs for children to be nurtured and to grow. And neglect has also played a huge part. And there's just a lot of different facets. It's different things for different people, but a lot of patterns that I've noticed shows me that people have lacked warmth and encouragement to grow, to know that they are loved and appreciated. And I know for myself and a lot of clients I've actually helped as well, they have said that when they were younger, hugs were actually given in the wrong context, such as arguments being attached to it, and that the only time that they were hugged is after an argument, but also after they were made to feel like it was their fault, despite them being children at the time, and that they need to be the one to ask for forgiveness or apologize, and only once they do that will they receive one hug. And then that sort of happens once every blue moon. Or if the arguments are more frequent, I suppose it will happen every time an argument occurs. But that is so disheartening and so wrong, to not be given love unconditionally, but instead conditionally. You know, you'll only get a hug if you behave or if you apologize. That's just so awful. And also, through a lot of these healings, I just trying to understand, like, how in the world can parents blame a very young child, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old? How can such young children be blamed for something, you know, that causes an argument? It is just really hurtful to be treated like that. And this, unfortunately, has grown a lot of feelings of being unworthy. And this is a theme that I've noticed with a lot of people who are drawn to my channel. We all kind of share similar areas that need healing and growth on this twin flame journey. And I find that self-worth, self-love, and complete unconditional love for oneself is something that we've been challenged with. And now the time has come to break this cycle, this either family or ancestral cycle, because it can no longer continue on being part of our soul path. We have to be able to release it. And I know for myself it's been very challenging doing these healings, but also for others that have experienced this, it's been a very challenging release. But once you're through it, you feel so relieved, you feel free, and more than that, you feel loved unconditionally. And that is a beautiful feeling, because with the unconditional love also comes a boost in self-worth, knowing that you are good enough, more than good enough actually, that you are just an amazing person who deserves only the very best. And it helps you then to stand up for what you want, and you don't give in to the old patterns anymore, because they're no longer good enough. You know, the old patterns are the things that were hindering you and your growth. And your inner child can finally feel loved and appreciated and free from all of the burden that it's been carrying throughout your life, really. And it's so freeing and so soothing and calming to be the one that's able to nurture and grow and give to your inner child what it has been missing for a very long time. And I just wanted to share this because the energies have been really prominent regarding this. And it's a very challenging healing journey, but a very rewarding one. And to be finally free from that and no longer carry that forth, so that when we have children, we don't have that same pattern carry through with them. Because it's something that I definitely did notice in my own family, that, you know, they weren't very huggy people. Like a hug you get once every blue moon, once in a blue moon. And yeah, even my sister, when I spoke to her about it, has noticed that. She said, yeah, giving affection, like a hug, doesn't come easily, and it's something that she had to learn to get over, and so did I, really. And it causes a lot of disharmony in the base and sacral chakras, and it really hurts. I've had physical pain that I've had to endure and remove during this healing process. It's been very heavy. So if you are experiencing that too, then that's highly likely linked with ancestral wounding. Yeah, you know, being loved and receiving love should be something that happens freely, not something that is in turn linked with guilt and shame. Because when you only receive a hug after, say, an argument has occurred, you start to associate that with guilt and shame, or being bad and needing forgiveness. And so giving the hug does not come naturally. It just feels very off and very embarrassing to have to do. I know definitely for me, public displays of affection were very awkward and just like, I don't want to do that. Although being with someone in private, I didn't have any problems with, but it is something that I've had to break out of and grow, and only up until maybe, what, how long ago was this? Maybe 8 or 9 years ago did I finally break free from that. It, it was a very strongly ingrained thing that I had to break free from, because I didn't want to live my life not being able to do what I want without the feeling of this heavy negative energy. So I hope that this helps anyone who was drawn to listening to this video. If you would like to purchase any of my services, all my details are in the description. I am doing packages of 25% off bundles of 4. That's for healings, readings, and channeled love letters or messages. And I'm doing a special on question bundles, because not everyone wants a full-on reading. Sometimes it's easier to ask one question every now and again, and you can ask that via email or text or voice message if you have me on WhatsApp. And I normally sell these packages as a 3 for 2, so you buy 30 questions for the price of 20, but for a limited time until the end of the month, I am doing a 3 for 2 on the 3 for 2. So essentially you're getting 90 questions for the price of 40. It's more than 55% off. So if you are interested, that's running till the 30th of September. All the details are on my community page. If you can't find it for any reason, some people seem to have trouble. I think it's iPhone users, I've noticed, have mentioned they can't find the community page. For any reason that you can't find it, do email or text me if you have me on WhatsApp, and I'll happily send you the link for that. Thank you all so very much for watching, and have a beautiful day. Namaste.